We begin tonight with the stunning and sudden death of a longtime top Republican. With new details late tonight from the office of Senator Lindsey Graham, who died overnight at the age of 71. You see here emergency responders at Graham's home answering calls of a cardiac arrest. His office now says early findings indicate Graham had a tear in his aorta. Graham had just returned from an overseas trip to Ukraine, and President Trump, who counted Graham among his closest allies, tells NBC News he talked with the senator on the phone not long before his death.
When you look at the last few years since October 7th, many people in this part of the world say what happened in Gaza does not align with Christian values. Killing children, killing mothers,
I'll be honest
killing
with
families.
You
You are not militants.
Yeah, I don't buy that at all.
Why?
Because what did we do in World War II? Did we think 1 minute about starving the Germans? Did we bomb every city into smithereens? So this is a war. No,
October 7th to World War II.
Yes, I am. If you don't understand this is a threat to Israel's
And then they
survival,
flattened Gaza.
just flatten it. We flattened Berlin. We flattened Tokyo. Were we wrong to drop an atomic bomb to end the Japanese reign of terror? Were we? So my view, if I were Israel, I would have probably done it the same way. Without military victory, there is no hope of breaking radicalism. We flattened Germany. We flattened Japan.
How many Americans
Wait a
believe
minute.
this?
Out of that,
How many Americans think the way that you do?
I think most Republicans think the way I do.
Even young ones.
You're just out of touch if you don't understand Republicans.
Give Israel the bombs they need to end the war they can't afford to lose and work with them to minimize casualties. Well, can I say this? Why is it okay for America to drop 2 nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki to end their existential threat war? Why was it okay for us to do that? I thought it was okay. To Israel, do whatever you have to do to survive as a Jewish state.
Senator,
God bless you, but look, you know, I've been going all over South Carolina like most people. I hadn't slept much. But look what's going on in Israel. Our friends in Israel are surrounded by people that want to kill them, destroy them, a second Holocaust in the making. And Biden says be proportional. What is the proportional response to people who want to kill you and your family? Yes. They're running out of ammunition in Israel. We have to help our friends.
There's no better partner on the planet than Israel. They hit above their weight. They do everything we ask them and then some. And they ask very little in return.
I go back to South Carolina. I'm asking them to send their sons and daughters over to the Mideast. They want to bomb because they're Nazis. They're crazy. They want to kill all the Jews. And the Jews have been down that road before. To our friends in Israel, God bless you. I'm with you. And
So I just want to say I feel good about the Republican Party. I feel good about where we're going as a nation. We're killing all the right people and we're cutting your taxes. Trump is my favorite president. We've run out of bombs. We didn't.
all the anti-Seminites, to all the isolationists, I don't believe. Forget it. I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day.
But America First is to kill people who wish us ill with a record of trying to destroy us in the region, to take them off the table. Celebrate today, please, my Democratic colleagues, that the most evil man on the planet is no more.
Everything must come to an end. In with the new, out with the old. We must make way for the true future of our generation to come. Take what I say as a seed and plant your tree when you're ready. The sun will appear as your teacher, and your roots will be your foundation. Sincerely, me to you. Blessings on your journey.
Last night, one of Israel's favorite senators died.
He got his last dying wish.
Forget it. I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day.
Not a good look when demons like Ben Gavir say Israel lost one of its greatest friends. Even Satan Yahoo is upset that he died. We have no better friend than Lindsay. To be honest with you, I'm happy that warmongering demon is no longer with us. And before you say, oh, that's not Christ-like, read the word. It says there are shouts of joy when the sinful are destroyed. Lindsey Graham was not a good man. He was proud to flatten Gaza. Listen.
Flatten Gaza.
Just flatten it. We flattened Berlin. We flattened Tokyo. Were we wrong to drop an atomic bomb to end the Japanese reign of terror? Were we? So, my view, if I were Israel, I would have probably done it the same way.
Here's Lindsey Graham. It's an amazing clip. I don't. No one even noticed this. Watch this. This is Lindsey Graham describing his personal travel schedule and how often he's in Israel. Watch this.
Well, this is my 5th visit, I think, since October the 7th. Mm-hmm. I'm here for a reason, to show support to you, my good friend, the elected leader of the state of Israel. I'm here also to take on, and I will talk about this tomorrow, a form of blood libel in 2024. That the state of Israel is using starvation as a weapon of war. The wars of the future are being planned here in Israel, because if you're not one step ahead of the enemy, you suffer. The most clever, creative military forces on the planet are here in Israel because they have to be to survive. So what we're looking at is that Israel is advancing down the road of new weaponry far beyond us. And it would be nice to have a process where we could be partners.
For anybody that doesn't think that we are under Israeli influence, there was a really good article in the Wall Street Journal about how Senator Lindsey Graham out of South Carolina is influencing Trump and the administration into this war. Here's one section out of this. To help make the case on Iran, Graham traveled several times to Israel in recent weeks, meeting with members of the country's intelligence agency. They'll tell me things our own government won't tell me. That's in quotes. He spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, coaching him on how to lobby the president for action. Netanyahu showed the president intelligence that persuaded Trump to go ahead.
Let that sink in. A United States senator traveled and talked to a foreign leader, mentored them, and coached them on how to get a better deal from our president. That should be treasonous.
How is it not?
How is it not?
I think personally he's got the largest blackmail file. Whatever Israel has on him, it is terrifying, okay? It is terrifying. We know what Lindsey Graham probably gets up to. We've had some male hookers come out and make some allegations, but they were running a pretty sophisticated blackmail ring in D.C., and Lindsey Graham just comes out and immediately is like, whatever Israel wants all the time, bomb them now. And Tucker Carlson, I think, put it quite succinctly when he said this about Lindsey Graham. Take a listen.
What you don't want are flighty, emotionally incontinent, silly people on the payroll of foreign nations making the decisions in an empire. Because that's how you get in trouble. People like, just throwing this out there, say Lindsey Graham. Here he is in the aftermath of Venezuela.
To the people of Iran, we stand with you tonight. We stand for you taking back your country from the Ayatollah, religious Nazi, who kills you and terrorizes the world. We pray for you. We support you. Donald J. Trump is not Barack Obama. He has your back. And to the Ayatollahs, you need to understand, if you keep killing your people who are demanding a better life, Donald J. Trump is going to kill you.
Every time you see that guy on TV, it really just reminds you of like getting pulled over for DUI with your drunk girlfriend in the passenger seat screaming at the cop, "You can't do this! Take your hands off him! He's going to beat you up!" Lindsey Graham really is the drunk girlfriend. Picking fights he'll never have to participate in. We're going to kill you! Settle down, son.
To the disgusting Lindsey Graham, who's just a traitor. He's treacherous. He's disgusting. And he's also disgusting for going to Disney World. He is the last person that I want to see at Disney World, especially all of the Freemasonic rumors about what happens in the 33 Club. I believe all of the Disney kids. I believe all of them. Yes, Walt Disney was a Freemason. So you should wake up to that. He definitively was a Freemason. And the stories about the 33 Club and what goes on in there, and also the tunnels at Disney, I'm a subscriber to that conspiracy theory. I think it's gross. He had breakfast at Chef Mickey's. He was there for 3 days. He's what is he doing? I just want nothing to do with Lindsey Graham at Disney World. I don't want Lindsey Graham having access to kids. In fact, typically when we hear about Lindsey Graham and children, he's wants them blown up in various countries around the world. And he lied about where he was. And so TMZ caught him. He said he only went and stopped by. And then he was there for 3 days. I just want to say Lindsey Graham in general is disgusting. I don't want him anywhere near children. I don't know what is in his blackmail file. But with the way that he speaks and performs, look at him holding like a bubble toy. He's just a creep. Everything about this man gives me the ick. If you have any intuition, you have any sense, anything guiding you spiritually, you know that everything is wrong with Lindsey Graham. I just want to say that's my personal opinion. We'll be right back after a break.
I'm Joseph Philadaniel. Stop being a pedophile. Stop following Satan, Lindsay. God's watching you. Jesus is watching you, Lindsay. Remember that. Don't work for Satan anymore, Lindsay. Come on. Work for God. He's seen all the billions of dollars you've taken for yourself.
Welcome to Pickett. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thanks so much. Well, you want to find something common? All right, thank y'all. Thank you all very much. Welcome to Pickens County. A little bit about this county. Just calm down for a second. I think you'll like this. Pickens County has more Medal of Honor winners per capita than any place in the nation. I was born in this county. I live 15 miles down the road. This is a place where people pay the taxes, fight the wars, and tell you what they believe. How many of you believe that Donald Trump was a great president? So let me tell you a little bit about me and President Trump. What happened? I found common ground with President Trump. It took a while to get there, folks. But let me tell you what happened. I come to like President Trump, and he likes himself, and we got that in common. And I'm going to help him become President of the United States. Let me tell you why I want to help President Trump. I was on the front row of his presidency. And I've never seen anybody this tough for America. How many of you heard the phrase, we like Trump policies, but we want somebody new? Have you heard that? Well, let me tell you this. Without Donald Trump, there are no Trump policies.
Death is the great equalizer. Death is the expiration date that God puts on us all. The weak, the powerful, the famous, the unknown. Lindsey Graham, at 71, died of cardiac arrest last night in Washington, D.C. Lindsey Graham was the protege of one of the worst warmongers in modern history, John McCain. Lindsey Graham helped engineer all of the modern wars we've seen in the last 30 years. Lindsey Graham has been at the heart in the last 16 years of overthrowing governments in Ukraine with the State Department and engineering this war that's killed millions of people and that threatens thermonuclear Armageddon. Lindsey Graham, a few days before he died, was in Ukraine during all the different secret factories for the robot drones. And he was an ever-Trumper who consistently tried to undermine America first. The guy was a total globalist and also the equivalent of an Israeli agent. And of course, Israel's leadership is mourning his death. Now we'll have obviously a special election because he just won re-election for 6 years in his state. So I don't like to speak ill of the dead. His record speaks for itself. I saw him do an interview about a week and a half ago. His face was very puffy. He looked very, very unhealthy.
The coming months, if we do this right, increase Ukraine's lethality, get people to help us with Putin rather than propping him up, we can end this war. So when I get back to Washington, I'm going to go with Senator Blumenthal to the Republican and Democratic leader to see if we can find time to move this Russian sanctions package that would give tools to President Trump to help end this war. I've never been more optimistic than I am today that we have the formula to end this war. Let those supporting Russia to know it's going to be a price to be paid if you keep doing it, and to try to find an off-ramp, not to humiliate Putin, but to end this war so that Ukraine will thrive and survive.
And, quite frankly, he looks about like how Trump looks and showed signs just overall of serious issues. I'd also seen him on the campaign trail appear to be drunk quite a bit. We also saw him spend 3 days alone a few months ago, right before the election, in Disney World in Orlando, bizarrely walking around with a bubble wand, following little kids around. The man was extremely compromised, blackmailed for his lifestyle. That was well known. We're not told who at his house was with him when he died, but we can probably get a good imagination on that. But he is now beyond the Israelis' control. He's now beyond the neocons' control. He is now gone over the other side and is in God's complete control. And I'm not going to judge where his spirit is going to be going. I would just tell all the neocons, all the globalists, and the rest of them that you too will face judgment. You too have an expiration date, and you will pay for all of your crimes in this life and the next.
I don't mourn people who spent their entire careers making life worse for everyone else. Let me remind you of who this man was. He was one of the most pro-war politicians in modern history. So much so that The Guardian literally called him, quote, the most pro-war Republican out there, unquote. He spent decades pushing for a war with Iran, and he finally got his wish when he helped to convince Dumpy Pants to launch a military campaign that has destabilized the entire Middle East and the world. He pledged loyalty to that blue and white country over the United States. Bibi Yahoo has repeatedly said that there is no greater friend to that country than Lindsey Graham. The man literally visited the blue and white country more than his own constituents. He enriched himself during both Dumpy Pants presidencies. He made money off of Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, and lots of insider trading. He pushed through an amendment to increase the military budget by $38 billion. He profited off of death and chaos. He's named in those JE files. According to Sasha Riley, his name appears among powerful figures implicated in that network. He tried to force taxpayers to pay for the $400 million ballroom while families across the country can't even buy groceries. He was a pathological liar. For years, he falsely claimed to be a Gulf War veteran, saying that he was at Operation Desert Storm, even though he never left South Carolina. He has done so much damage to his home state and the United States as a whole. And now he's fucking dead.